Well, thousands of lives are permanently impacted each year because of someone's decision to get behind the wheel while impaired from the effects of alcohol. The Texas Department of Transportation has launched a campaign in an effort to prevent more tragedies from drunk driving. Sarah and Dani join us now with the details on the faces of drunk driving. And this is a brand new campaign, and it all kicks off, I guess, the 1st of July, but it's right around July 4th, where we see a rise in drinking and driving accidents.
Exactly, and the campaign is all about putting a face to the victims of drunk driving. They're real, and we want to kind of give people a different perspective and really tell their stories.
And that's kind of where Dani comes in, because Dani, you were a victim of drunk driving.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us your story.
It was April 29th, 2007. I was on my way home from prom, and I was hit by an underage drunk driver who was 19. It was a head-on collision. I was on Highway 69 coming from Port Arthur into Beaumont, and I woke up in a nightmare, say 2.5 weeks later, in ICU. And ever since then, my life changed, and I had my dreams and goals that I want to accomplish in life, and because of somebody's choice and decision to drink and get behind the wheel of a vehicle, all of my dreams and goals that I set for whenever I graduated are shattered.
So you graduated from high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get to walk with your class?
Yes, ma'am.
But walking is a bit different now?
It's a bit different.
Because you're in a wheelchair?
Yes, ma'am.
Any chance of you ever walking again?
The doctors always say it's a chance, but I say I don't think I will, because the way I broke my spine, it was completely broken, and I just don't see it. But I keep my faith. I keep living day by day. I still have a life, somewhat of a life, so I just got to keep on pushing forward.
And tell us about the driver that hit you, that got behind the wheel, the underage driver that was drinking and driving.
Well, she, female, was 19 years old. She was a student at Lamar University. She was going, for a second year, and they was at a program for introducing the cheerleaders and the football players for the team, the Demons, and she got served at the event. She didn't get in the vehicle to drive home, but nobody gave her the keys when she got to the place that she was going, and that result, she got in her car and hit me.
And where is she now?
She passed the next day.
She died.
She died.
And today, what do you do?
I go around to different schools. I go around to basically anybody who wants to hear my story, because I don't want nobody to live my life and go through what I go through. So whoever want to, listen to what I have to say, I go anywhere, wherever, whenever, and I just tell my story, because I just don't want anybody to live my life and go through what I go through on a daily basis.
What do you tell those kids, or even any adult that's out there listening, thinking that they're invincible, this isn't going to happen to me? I
thought that, that something like this would never happen to me. I always, it's stuff that happened on TV. This is TV stuff, and when it happened to me, I never thought in a million years that it would. And when it did, I was like, when people say, it's only one drink, it's not gonna hurt nobody. I'm only hurting myself. You're not only hurting yourself, you have family, you have other people that's, in the other vehicle that you're hurting. And, you just, impaired, your brain isn't working correctly. You don't know really what's going on. And just because that one time you didn't, nothing happened, you don't know if you ran somebody off the road, or, you could have run over some animals. You just don't know, with basically what happened.
So Sarah, if folks want to get in touch with Dani, or even find out other people that have been impacted by those that have gotten behind the wheel and have been drinking and driving, can they get in touch with TxDOT?
Yes, we have a website, Faces of Drunk Driving, that you can go to, and you can actually tell your story whether you've been in a drunk driving wreck before or if it just affected you in some way.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Dani, thanks for sharing your story.
You're
You've
welcome.
definitely put a face to the victims of drunk driving.
Yes, ma'am.